Ladies and gentlemen, yes, I finally figured it out. Don't wait. Now, matches against Para here is just me playing for fun, but you can see here, Shadowcraft, win. I did lose against this Portal player, but if I were to show you the match, it's because I made like two really bad misplays and it cost me. But before that, 4 wins. We got Haven, Rune, another Portal that I beat. In Runecraft, I did lose to a Runecraft here. I also won against Blood. I don't know if you guys are ready for the meticulousness of what I had to do to make this deck work. The spoilers is that yes, it is a Machina one. Now, the only difference here is that I did do a Machina deck beforehand. So let's just for the shits and giggles of it, I'm gonna go back to my video and see my deck list, because that's kind of funny to me.
No longer.
623 views on April 7th. Made a video called why did I make this deck, right? Machina Shadow, Decklist, don't use, right? I was obviously, I can see I was not happy with the deck. This is the deck list that I had, right? And I said that the game was trash. Now, the deck was trash. No, I think it was these 2 comments. I think it was the John Smith, Machina Shadow is pretty strong though, and flexible. You can switch out some of the card stuff for Hades, Aisha, or natural Machinas as you did. No need to undersell it that far. Now, you can do it. The problem is that it required a lot of deck teching in the, try with Machina so less Fleeting Joy is more consistent. Now let's go to live. I'm so confident before you guys even see gameplay of it that the deck list will be there. This deck was scrupulously sculpted. I don't know if someone else made this deck. I should check, but that's how confident I am. Like, you can literally utilize this deck and it'll be perfectly fine. As far as the Machinas that we are having in the deck is Technolord 1, He Who Wants Rock 2, Wing Angel 3, Anea, who is 4, right? Anea is technically 4, but if you guys know how Fleeting Joy works, right? Anea never gets pulled. So you can almost kind of pull her back, right? And then you have Jack, Shovel, Graves Knight, Gravedigger. So those are the 4. So every time you use Fleeting Joy, those are literally the only cards that are gonna come out. Friends Forever, the other card that you have to keep in mind. Reanimate 4, 2, and 1. You have to keep in mind what's coming out on that, right? Now, if you look here, there are no 3 costs. I specifically made sure that there are 0 3 cost cards in this deck. There also are no 4 costs. So most of the time when you're playing Friends Forever, I was gonna say Friends Fours. Most of the time when you're playing, you're actually just gonna get double Jack Shovels. It's nuts. The only time you will not get double Jack Shovel is if you play Anea and then she summons the Roly Poly. So the 4 will then become Roly Poly, then you'll get a Jack Shovel, and then you will get usually an Android Sentry or whatever like that. So really good. So you'll always at least get one of these, but in hindsight, most of the time you kind of want 2. The only time I usually play Anea is if I want to mess around with reanimation, and I have to really flesh this deck out to you guys because it's really a piloting thing. The Death Guard is something that I just put in because I was like, I don't know what to do. So I'm pretty much testing that out. Path of Perdition is something that I'm pretty much testing out. Same thing here. I was like, yo, I need more spells. I need things to do to clear boards without me playing other cards that's gonna mess stuff up. Cool thing about the Ghastly Assault is that you do 3 damage to an enemy follower, which should clear something. Put a ghost in the hand, not to the field, but in the hand. Reason why that's good that it goes in the hand, you can demonic procession it. I thought it was possession, but it's procession, honestly. Cool. You can do it on that. You can also use demonic procession on the Jack Shovel, because it is 1 and it will give you 2 cards, which if you see how skimpy our deck is, it's pretty good. Yolt Essential is really good, obviously, when you flood the board with all these stupid Android assembly droids, whatever they're called, and you can use this. I actually made a mistake once and still fleshing out the deck. Never, ever burial write this card. I did it for draw in 1 match and I realized that it's terrible to do it. You never want to burial write this card because then it becomes the 8 drop. Though it is a rush card, it's a 6/8 rush, not that bad. You want other cards to come out. You rather have Wing Angel come out if you didn't already put He Who Wants Rock. Now your burial right target, as quick as you can, as early as you can, is going to be He Who Wants Rock. That's the card that you specifically, without a shadow of a doubt, want to make sure is in the graveyard, because then your Fatal Order is spicy every time you use it. It does mess up your Fleeting Joy, because then it might not pull it, because if you throw 3 of them in the grave, you usually want to throw at least 1. Same thing with this Path of Perdition. It's only going to reanimate 7, right? So in your line of work, the 7 will be a Nea most of the time. Still pretty good. You can hit 3 to the face, and you're golden. You hit 3 to the face, and then she summons the Roly Poly. Actually, the reason why I want to try Path of Perdition is I want to see if Friends Forever will give me 3 storms, and then that would be one of her as a storm is actually strong, because I think the most I've seen her is a 5/6. Anyway. That is the deck tech. And also Techno Lord will, sometimes you don't use Techno Lord for its accelerate. It's actually good if you milled a He Who Wants Rock. You can actually use Techno Lord for lethal, or just to play a ward if you don't really care about clearing the board. So it's a lot to pay attention to. I do apologize. I'll probably put a thing that says skip straight to gameplay. But I really wanted to explain it because the most recent tournament that I just played in, Shadowcraft was the least used deck. The least. No one played it at much at all, alongside Sword. Sword, it was also one of the least played decks. And it sucks when you see that. It's like every craft should be able to play within the meta. That's the thought process behind it, right? But we all know that that's not how that really works. I don't need 2 of these. I am going second. I don't need 2 of these. I sometimes like to keep this. I might just mold the whole hand, because this doesn't, if this was Burial Rite, I wouldn't mind it as much. I usually like to keep a Burial Rite in the hand, because then if I get anything else like that, the Fatal Order becomes super, super good. I could have also kept one of the Cerises. Wouldn't have been bad. I would rather one Cerise than a Techno Lord right now. So how does it fare against the other decks? And like what I was just saying, like, it needs to be able to fight against the meta. Yes, the meta is the meta. Meta, regardless of how annoying the terminology is and how it works, it's gonna happen. It's going to be okay, Cerise. Okay, Cerise. She's like, where we can come back? I was like, okay. Though she's not bad. Another reason why she was teched into the deck. At first, as you saw my first iteration, I tried to mix Natural MACHINAs into the deck. Technology. I really wanted to have that because then you can use it. But the problem with the deck is that you need the cards. You're very dependent on playing your Machina cards, so you kind of want them. You don't want to fuse them into that card and then hopefully you get a good draw, like what you do in Blood. Blood does that because it doesn't care. That's why Blood can do that. That's why Dragon can do it. It's so much different in Shadow because a lot of those cards are so good being played out your hand. Like it's not worth it. So he didn't do anything. Definitely gonna guilt this. The draw power is always most important. We definitely, like, even milling this, like having this come out, like when you Fatal Order, it's a 6/6 ward. And we're just doing that because in case you do need Techno Lord, you want to have that. Also, of course, you want as much of the whatchamacallit as possible, the shadows as possible. Now, I used to have Lubel in here, and she actually didn't work. She wasn't that bad, but Cerise is a way better 5-drop because she gives you Eternal Vow, and then if you get a chance to play it, sometimes you don't get a chance to play it, to be honest. This becomes a 2-drop, which is nuts. This is free. This is a 1-drop. Your Techno Lord doesn't get affected. Like your normal cards don't get affected. It only reduces the shadow.
Wasn't enough for you.
This is what I've been dealing with. This is what it is. Okay, we just won't count that, right? That was like what, 3 turns?
How mundane.
All right, here we go. Next matchup. I was curious. I didn't even play anything. Another Runecraft. Runecraft, you would think would be one of our struggles, right? But it really isn't. Unless it's Natra. Natra is just like Dragon. They're working towards something that you can't stop. Definitely never need that ever in your first hand. And Anea is not actually that bad if you're going first because you can actually play it on 6. And it's like haha, but since we have Demonic Possession, right? We have a card that can Burial Rite. I really want to try to get He Who Wants Rocked. Look at that combo right there. Really crazy. Now we have Ghastly Assault. Unfortunately, Rune doesn't usually put out cards, but if he does for some reason, we can Ghastly Assault a card, and it's natural. So this is going to be a difficult matchup for us. Actually, not that difficult, but it will be, you know. So we can Ghastly Assault something and then Demonic, so we get 2 cards from our deck. And as you see, we're not running too many followers, so it's going to most likely give us something good. You know, that's what's really cool about running not that many monsters. You're running a lot of spells here. There goes Friends Forever. I'm gonna do the play I just said. And yes, it's like, oh, you can wait for He Who Wants Rock, but you're not guaranteed to get him. Like, we got him there, which is fine. Cool. Now, Jack Shovel needs to die just as much as He Who Wants Rock needs to die. 2 cards that you definitely want to have in your grave and then in the deck as well. So since you don't have a burial right here, you didn't draw into it, I could hope that I get it, you know, right? And this is where, see, this is the cool thing about Fatal Order. If I had Demonic something good, what does it say, destroy? Wait, destroyed? I actually could like play it right now and then get it back, but unfortunately He Who Wants Rock was not in our hand. We're gonna play He Who Wants Rock, put the 9 cost back in the deck. Remember, it's not like, yes, it's good to play him through here, but you can get him through Fleeting Joy, which guess what? We already have Fleeting Joy in our hand. We already have enough to trigger the Necromantic Fork for everything. And he's like, oh, look at that beautiful play. I don't really care. Don't really care. Like this card, like I said, I need it to die, so he kind of does me a favor by killing all my things, and I kind of get to play this, kill his card for free. The reason why I put Death Guard in the deck is because I can actually trade literally for free. Literally can trade for free and just take out really big cards. You can also still kill it for free, honestly, by just using the Ghastly Assault. But like I said, I want at least 1 to die.
Guess I got too hot under the collar.
At least 1. It's very important that at least 1 dies. So when I do Friends Forever right now, I will get 2. I'll get 2 of them and I'll get an Assembly Droid, and that's a big board. Because he can do this all day, right? But he's not playing, he's not really playing trees. But he should be behind on the trees, if I'm not mistaken. He's played 3 and it's turn 5, so really not too worried about that. And as you can see here, our hand, this is probably the worst hand I've actually had playing with them. I could do 2 Ghastly Assaults, but I don't need to. 1 card kind of sums this up. 2 of these. Oh, and it gave me this. Funny enough. It can switch up on you, because this does die. Well, it's weird. So when this leaves the field, it's supposed to get banished. I don't exactly know the thing for that. So we can just throw that into there, or please, no. I'd rather keep 1 up.
Guess I got too hot under the collar. You win some, you.
So if that was obviously if that was another Assembly Droid, it would have been but it would have got 1 more plus X. So now this is the turn where he's gonna play all his trees. We'll see with that. It's very likely that he's gonna be there. Now the important thing here is that we do have Fleeting Joy. So at the very least, we can't do anything about okay, he's at 6, so I got a turn. I can't do anything about, you know, the call play, right? He has an Evo, so technically that's not online either. I really need to draw though. Destroy file, so yeah, this is actually a really weird game. I haven't gotten anything. There we go, that's what you want. I don't, technically having 2 Fleeting Joys at this point is not bad, because his turn 8 is coming up, and if he does nothing for turn 8, I kind of hate wasting my heals, but he's not doing anything, so the heals are pretty much irrelevant, I have to say. We can also do another Friends Forever right next to it, like after this turn goes. But yes, the Fleeting Joys are going to be really big, because I already told you who it's going to pull. We know exactly who it's going to pull, so that's really important. Very likely here. Oh no, the 3 doesn't kill this, so not a good turn. As you can see, our Technolord is stacked, and if we had that thing, man. If we had the Technolord, I could play it and then get a 5/5 and a 5/5 with Storm. He's actually gonna clear. Beautiful clear, bro. That was good. That was really good. I think he's at it now, right? Yes. He's at 7 now. There go He Who Wants Rock. Is there any way that I can actually mill the card? No, because I didn't see. I didn't draw any of my actual mills. So I think we just play Friends Forever again. And this is the one that we actually got before, funny enough.
Dig 'em up.
Alright. Just in case there's some weird shit that I'm not aware of. He did blow one Evo. Technically he can Evo the Riley again and then hit me. So I am gonna play one Fleeting Joy. Just because I have to be careful of that option, right? If he had Carl in hand, he blows 2 Evos, it's turn 8, it would actually work, technically. So next turn we are Fleeting Joy. There's no way I'm not doing that. We've only technically played, even though I think how does this calculate? Yeah, we only played 1 Jack. A bunch of them have died. If we go to this thing, 5 of them have died, but we only actually played 1. So we definitely will get it through Fleeting Joy. And then that one will kill out whatever the heck he plays. He has to really think about his turn now because he can even lower me to... He lowers me to what, 15? He hits me with this, which will do 5. I'll be down at 10, which sucks. But then he loses his Carl, which he might only have 1 in hand. So... I guess he's trying to find a way to deal with the thing, but... Unbeknownst to him, it's gonna come out anyway. Then our Fatal Order becomes another big card too, because he who wants rock will die. So we take 15 there. But he should know that I'm not necessarily heal it back up, but I'm going to. Yeah, he's gonna Evo that, yeah. It's a very weird game. Usually, and this is what me and my friend were talking about. The deck is not interactive at all. Same thing with Natural Blood. Not Natural Blood, Natural Dragon. Not interactive at all. You just kind of sit there. So same issue here is that this time I think no, he can't kill me. So we're just gonna play this. We get 2 wards. As you see, the same cards that I said came out. So this trades into this pretty easily. We're going to hit that. I think making more bodies, big bodies across the board is smarter. To kind of mess with his Carl effect, because we're under Fleeting Joy. So what happens here is that he has to kill this unless he banishes it, which he can with the other card. If he banishes it, I'm actually kind of fucked. In a sense, I'm kind of fucked. So he will be really good if he did, if he killed this. With he needs that card. Oh, or that. Well, highest attack is actually gonna do that, so we're fine. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. So this is actually gonna give me back. I actually don't know. Gravedigger, because nothing else has died. So when this comes back, it gives me a Gravedigger. And that comes back, and now I have another Bane out. Ridiculous stuff, bro. I'm telling you, this deck is crafted to perfectness, and he's dead on board unless he clears this somehow. He should be able to, honestly. I think with the amount of points that he has. Yeah, take that. Kill this, I guess. Which means he doesn't have anything for that, I'm assuming. Is he dead on board? I might have spoken too soon. Because this is it's like 7. Let's see, 3. This is 4 damage, then 10. If I had 2 Fatal Orders, he's dead. I happen to not have 2 Fatal Orders, but if I had 2 Fatal Orders, he's actually dead on board. Anea is not that bad of a play here. I think we do still need to play a Fleeting Joy. We can Anea, Technolord, and then play with the Fleeting Joy, like a Fleeting Joy in general. I could just play one, honestly. I think I'm gonna just play it. I still should have one of each thing that I want in my deck right now. So we just get rid of this because Fleeting Joy is 4.
Let's all calm down. Emotions that only made me strong.
Pretty much get the same thing that we just put out.
Dig 'em up.
Get rid of that. Now what's cool here, really important to note. Now remember he killed, no, he banished this, right? Well, actually, I was about to say like it changes. The card that he who wants rock changes when he does that. But now, that's not how it works. So now it's actually going to be. Sorry, I need to go destroyed. What card is that? Okay, yeah. See, that doesn't work for him. He wants right. It's gonna give me Technolord now. Normally, what you want is necessarily not Technolord. It's still a big body. Yes, look at that. Did you see that? Did you see that absolute destruction of a man or woman because it was a female character? Did you see that? Couldn't do shit. Fleeting Joy, once you mastermind it out, I honestly don't know if I'm the first person. I feel like I am. I feel like everyone abandoned this archetype. We're gonna play one more. It's 20-something minutes into the game, but I've never crafted a deck without looking at anything. Just sat there meticulously playing it, losing, winning sometimes for some reason, and really mapped it out. That's why I'm so excited. Like if you've seen any of the other decks that I play, I kind of just like, this is the deck, you know, everyone's playing it. But this deck is so good. And yes, it can be. What does Machina Blood do to that? Not much, because the difference there that you saw is that I had Technolord in my hand. If Machina Blood develops a big board, I have an answer to it. I literally have an answer to it. I can clear his whole board and then still play stuff outside of that. So it's not really that big of a deal. Again, I hope this is spell boost, so at least you can see something different, but Natura is pretty big. We stall out pretty much our early turns. We're going first, so Friends Forever is not that bad, because turn 5 is a good turn for us. I'll just keep the hand. I kind of like the hand, but I also don't. Like I said, you want He Who Once Rocked in the graveyard as quick as possible. There's a lot of things that you are looking for. It's almost like there's a checklist that you should have. He Who Once Rocked and Jack Shovel in the graveyard. One of the two things that are really good for you. As you saw, when you have the skimmed out the way that I have it, if this deck gets more spell support specifically, okay, this is Machina. I mean, not Machina. This is spell boost. So see, look. Soul Steal right now, and if I had a really good card, would be bananas. Like, it would actually be nuts. But what we could do here is Ghastly Assault this, and then Soul Steal the Ghost instead. Oh, you know what? That's why the Ghost doesn't work that way, because I ban this card when it leaves the play. I don't. Usually, what I do is that I use that Accelerate on the Ghost. But see, as you can see, it kind of messes that up sometimes. So we're gonna use this. And then next thing he plays will be fine. I could just play it out, but I only like to play it, attack with it, and then use that 8 cost that turns into Accelerate. Deal 2, it banishes itself, it's a lot better. Even though, as you saw, the Ghost was in the pool, it doesn't come out as often because the way that, let's see, Friends Forever, stuff like this, the Reanimate 1, when it chooses, it goes into the entirety of the pool that you have. So the entire pool that you have is mostly going to be Assembly Joys because more of them are going to die, so it's not that bad. Let's see. That's why I was thinking about teching in Gremory, because then I could play Friends Forever and then I would get 4 Necromancy back. Like, that's crazy. I still might tech it in because, as you can see, more Jack's Shovels will die than Gremory, but if I get a time where it summons 2 Gremories or something like that, it just weakens the deck flow overall. Next turn, I just have to kill this. It has to happen. Playing Cerise. We have a decent curve here, though.
I'm coming for you.
This bears furthest.
Next turn, Cerise, and then we have the option of Anea or Eternal Vow. I would love to Eternal Vow because then that makes this cheaper. Now, the cool thing about fighting against Rune specifically is, oh my god, I hate Mysterium Project. I haven't seen people play Mysterium Project in a while. See, this is the better card to use. And since he didn't do anything, Cerise is still a pretty good turn, because then it might give me a free Eternal Vow, right? Now, as far as evoing this, I'll take the risk. I shouldn't, because they have Fire Embrace, right? But if he's playing Mysterium Project, he's already kind of playing greedy. Playing a little greedy. Hopefully, what I'm hoping for is that he blows his hand trying to trade with it, and amongst him trying to do that,
Quite talkative for someone without a brain.
that's pretty great. That's pretty good for me. He's blew that. He blew an Evo. He has a 1/1. I trade with that. There's a free Eternal Vow. That was perfect. I don't think it gets any more perfect than that. We just trade that, and we Eternal Vow here. He Who Once Rocked is now 8 costs. This is 4, 4, and this is also 4. Still want to save Friends Forever till at least we get the keep saying Jake, Jack Skeleton.
I watch over the course
That was interesting.
for the sake of the future.
Techno Lord is going to stay. Oh, we got the combos. Oh, yes. We now have the combo. So now I can actually bounce He Who Once Rocked, and now it is dead early, which doesn't mean too much outside of the fact that I can play Techno Lord. Turn. Well, I'm about to say, why is it not reduced? Because it's a McCall card. He copied something, and I have to figure that out before I do anything. So demonic possession. Even though I technically could play this next turn, right? This did get reduced to 8. I can play it next turn. I do need to draw also. I think we get, like, he doesn't have damage on the board, right? So I'm not really worried about that. And we also have heal.
My notions are useless.
I'm here to save the day.
You're wide open. Full power. Stop.
Now, what's cool about this, right? When Anea dies, He Who Once Rocked will keep pulling it.
I'll show you. Just watch.
Now, my line of thinking here is that me playing He Who Once Rocked on turn 8 opens up my Fleeting Joy. Is that activated? There's no way, yeah. He just drew that.
Do you possess the courage to survive?
That doesn't work on this. This card's so pesky for him. It's so pesky for him. He actually still would have to ram 2 cards into this stupid thing. Oh no, he kills it. Okay.
I knew this would happen.
I will not suffer you.
Then he runs the 1/3. And the 1/3 survives too. Or not, I guess. Wants the board space? Okay.
Sheer flow of infinity.
We're at wait, we haven't killed anything. We haven't killed it. He could have Mysterium Project this. There's a possibility he did that. He Who Once Rocked doesn't look too good here. Just because I kind of want to Fleeting Joy myself lightly. And a lot of things. We have to start developing a crazy board here. He Who Once Rocked comes out, kills this, summons Anea. Right? We have it kill this, or I can have it kill the 4/4 and then he has to deal with it. But I think he would have lethal on board if I didn't do that. Let's say if he has lethal on board outside that. So this is 6, 8, and then 9. Not too bad. Still kind of scary, honestly. Yeah. This is a difficult decision to make. Techno Lord is not up there because we haven't been playing too many of our cards. So I think I'm still gonna go with this line of play. Because like I said, this comes out, I kill this, I get Anea back.
My emotions
Anea makes the annoying ward,
I'll show you. Just watch.
and we kind of play it from there. We can Fleeting Joy next turn, which will give us our Jack. Yeah, no, I said it right, Jack. Look, we're learning, kids. I'm kind of happy to see that. I still feel like he's saving up for Kuon, like he's saving up for a big Kuon play. Fleeting Joy is going to be fantastic here.
Listen to your heart and acknowledge defeat.
Is he doing it to Evo off of that? As you see, our health is pretty safe right now. And then once we Fleeting Joy once, then our Friends Forever is phenomenal. It's going to be a really, really strong play, because then we can even get it down to where we play Techno Lord.
Your defeat was foretold.
Play Techno Lord for whatever.
This would happen.
Techno Lord now, by the way, like I said, is 8 costs. It gives me a 5/5, and it gives me the other thing. And another Techno Lord. So we're still gonna. The line of play here doesn't change too much. Give me 2 wards. Take this out. Still keep the thing up. And then I want to hit face. Definitely going faceys. He has to somehow get through all of this and then still deal damage somehow, which he kind of can do, depending if he kills this first, he's in trouble slightly. He who wants rock is gonna give us back Anea again. So Anea will come back.
But this ends here.
I can't figure out, did he copy Daria? It's kind of cool because in why is he spreading the damage? What card is he trying to use? Oh, you know what? Maybe it is a Kuan. The Kuan turn. Kuan kills this. He has to not kill this first. If he kills this first, he's gonna be really upset. I hope he knows. A lot of people misplay this deck. Okay. So that gives me back Anea.
Emotions aren't useless.
He has to clear a decent amount. Wind Blast kills that. Because I can just lethal him with Techno Lord. I think he Daria'd. I feel like he Daria'd. Let's see. So we still have, what is that? 7 damage on the field. 9 damage still on the field. We have to kill that, but Techno Lord kills that, right? Here goes the Fire Embrace. He definitely Daria'd. But you don't know. That's the problem with the deck, is that you really don't know what the heck he actually did. Now we have 11 dead.
Quite talkative for someone without a brain.
Oh, he ran out of time. How unfortunate. Not like I care. Alright, so what's really cool about this turn is that we're probably killing everything. We're gonna use Friends Forever. As you can see here, like I said, Roly Poly comes out now instead. We can actually Death Guard the whole entire team, which is kind of nuts. So remember how I said you definitely don't want this to die because then it actually will come back out. I really don't want that to happen. Techno Lord is 11, so we crash this into this. We could let Anea die in some way, shape, or form. Remember, we're not under Fleeting Joy right now, so I have to make an attempt to play it. So play this. Kind of want to have Anea die here, if I'm being honest. Right? This is 11. How much is on the board? 11, 15, and then 2 here. So if I do this, my card dies. Now it's 4. Alright, I think we still do it. Oh, you know what the play might have been? Double Techno Lord. Double Techno Lord was definitely the play there. Oh, I messed that up really bad. Because Techno Lord is 22 across the board, and then that was, I saw it too late, and then I was hesitant on it once I actually saw it. Still, it happens. It happens. All right, so luckily we will not be too heavily punished for our play. He doesn't want shit on the field. I respect it. He's down to 8 cards though. Another Mysterium Project comes out, so he wants Possess. Doesn't matter. All right, so we definitely don't want to. Again, if I had 2 Fatal Orders or something like that, it wouldn't be too bad. Title Lord right now gives me my award back, but I kind of need to actually use it. It will easily clear this field. So yeah, definitely going with that line of play. So we're gonna use Anea.
My emotions aren't useless. I'm here to save the day.
There you go, buddy. I can't, like I said, demonic possession, that kind of ruins my what do you call it? It kind of ruins my thing to get Techno Lord or my kind of Wing Angel from this. Though I do need to draw. It might outweigh the thing of drawing though, to be honest. I'm gonna Death Guard this, so it just makes it a little bit more pesky. I'm gonna do it. I usually don't like to do it.
Willing to bet your
That's not that bad.
I'll show you just
It's not that bad. I think it's kind of worth it. Because it still gives me a rush, right? It just doesn't work that well on my turn. You play this for 0. Like, he's Mysterium Project. This is like the worst Literally like the worst thing ever. You have a spell boost player that literally keeps getting spell boost any Mysterian projects to Kuan. So I don't feel bad losing to this, really. I don't. It's like literally the most heavy-handed shit that you can definitely get. Friends Forever here. I don't know if Fleeting Joy actually feels like what's on the board or like deals with the board as good, because it still leaves me with 4 HP. Friends Forever, well, actually Friends Forever is not that good either because of the roly poly. I actually thought about cutting Inea out in general because of what's going on right now. Sometimes it's like, dang, I feel like it almost works against me at points. We're gonna Fleeting Joy here. Yeah, see, my deck wasn't as thick as I thought it was. Alright, so do that, and now there's a chance that I risk that risk for Cerise, and I'm not even playing it on turn. I think we lose here.
Let us make our eternal vows.
I definitely think that might be the L. But to be fair, it was against a player that he's playing pretty greedy. I don't think most people play Mysterian. Oh my god, that's so lucky. That's the luck that I actually needed. That's what is it, 3 rolls? There's 3 other things. Even though I think technically that one has died the most. He probably still has a ward. Yeah, that's game. Hold on. No.
Sure, you can have this one.
He played 3 Kuans in that, which technically could have been legit. You definitely run 3 Kuans in the deck, and I could have definitely got it. As you can see, it's like, where's Path of Perdition? I don't really see where would I even play that. Like, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I still think the deck is strong. I showed you guys it's still hung with Spell Boost Rune. Like it still hang with it. Even though I lost, it still did a lot of work. Obviously, I didn't get my Jack Shovel early, which really sucks. He kind of got a better like his game plan cards. I like to get Jack Shovel early, especially if I can just evo it. Then my Technolore would have been active. Well, not active, but would have done a lot better. Like I want to take this card out for more draw, but there's no other draw in the game that like doesn't sacrifice my meticulous follower, cutting. Let me know what you guys think. If there's any additions or cuts that you would make, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You guys usually do. And you guys have been very polite to me, despite me making tons of misplays and things of that nature. So I appreciate you. If you like the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I should have told you that in the beginning after I was so hype. And now after I lost, it's like, I'm not subscribed to this fool. But hopefully you guys will do that for me. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a ton. We're so close to 2,600 subscribers on this channel. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just remember that every day at the casino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.